Hey, Clean Nation, Mike Campion here with Noelle Nickerson. This young lady started Noelle Marie LLC, which sounds all very fancy, in 2020, serving commercial clients in Cape Canaveral, Florida. Noelle, welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing well. Doing well. Thank you.
Looking well, sounding well. Got to hang out with this young lady in Florida a couple months ago. She's one of our clients, and now I'm having to deal with her on Zoom, which is my least favorite. Going from in person to Zoom sucks. So y'all are stuck with Zoom, or you poor podcast people, just the voices. Sorry in advance. All right. There's a crazy rumor going around. You had a question. I was going to see if I could help. Hit us with your question, young lady.
Yes. All right. So my question is, how do you deal with complacent cleaners? So when they're starting not to notice like the little important details, they're rushing through their jobs because they get so comfortable. They think, they might know the place really well and they can just rush through. Or even the opposite. They start moving too slow. Like they're sluggish because they're bored of a particular job or something like that. Mainly this would be like for my employees that are same job 5 or more nights a week.
Got it. Love that question because it is, I don't want to say universal, but you are not the only, you are in the majority of people dealing with that when it comes to cleaning company owners. So for those of you that have listened for a while, they're like, oh, I feel a rant coming. I've been on this, I've rode this ride before. So I'm going to give the foundational piece and then I'll give a little more tactical side. Well, I'll tell you what most owners do that doesn't work. And a lot of you listeners are like, oh, he got me. They double down on, we need more SOPs. If I just had a good employee handbook, if I just had better training videos, if I just, like it's an information gap. Like they don't understand what clean looks like or how to get from dirty to clean. They're just confused. And if you just educated them, then it would all, be solved. Like if I just explained to my 10-year-old how annoying it is when he screams for no reason with his friends, he'll just stop screaming. Like, yeah, better training is not going to be the problem, right? Or not going to solve the problem. That's where most people go. And this could be complacent or bad quality or kind of anywhere in this genre of they're not cleaning as well as I would like, some version of that. So no, sadly, better training videos, paying someone else for training videos, an SOP, a handbook that they sign saying, and they dot it in blood. Yeah, you can do all that. It's not going to solve the problem. Good news is what will solve the problem is we'll actually solve a lot of extra problems and it's a lot more fun. So there you go. First, last, and all the way through is core values. I have shared before, and my wife can attest, I'm a terrible cleaner. I mean, I can do it at my house if I had to, but no one would accuse me of being the best cleaner in the world. So I'm not a great cleaner, admittedly, but if you hired me to be a cleaner at your place and I agreed to do the cleaning, I would probably be your best cleaner because I'm a super good core values match, right? For us, it's have fun, make money, be real, and help out. So if I love having fun, everyone you put me with would have fun. You'd enjoy having me around. When I was in your client's business or home, they would enjoy seeing me if they saw me. Helped out when something went wrong. I'd be like, I got you. If I was real, I wouldn't tell you I would do a good job if I wouldn't. If I wanted to make money, I would understand for me to make money. You need to make money. If it's a commercial thing, I would figure it out, right? Even with no training, with crappy whatever. Being a bad cleaner, but a core values match. Now, if you had the best cleaner in the world that was just amazing at this, but was not a core values match. So let's say she was the best cleaner ever, better than me, better than you, best cleaner in the world, but she wasn't particularly fun. So every time you put her with someone, they're like, I don't want to be with, I don't want to use Noelle. I don't want to be with, what's a good name?
Jane.
Jane. We will go with, sorry, Jane, all the Janes out there. We love you, but we're coming for you. Jane's a pain in the neck. No one wants to be with her. And she's not real, right? She says one thing, she does another. She says she'll do a good job or she says this, but we can never tell. She doesn't help out, right? So Jane's like, I did my part. I'm better than you are. And she is. And I did it faster and it's perfect. I guess I'll just wait in the car or whatever the case may be, right? Have fun, make money. She doesn't care about making money. It would be a mess, right? So the difference is internal pressure versus external pressure. So if Noelle, I'm coming for you. I don't want to pick on Jane because I can't see you. I'll pick on Noelle because I can see you. If Noelle is not doing a great job, and I try to explain to her, well, Noelle, we talked to Jane, our client, and she's mad and she said this and blah, blah, blah. Noelle's not going to go, yeah, I did a really sloppy job. And Jane's right. I kind of went halfway on the thing and I'm not very good at my job, am I? Thank you. I really appreciate it's never going to happen. Noelle's going to give some, well, Jane's a liar and I didn't do it. And I would, and we can do that round and round until the cows come home, right? Because I'm trying to put external pressure from me and Jane to make Noelle behave in the way I see fit. Good luck to me. Noelle's just going to resent me. I'm not going to like it. And Jane's not going to get what she wants either. When the pressure is internal, we're part of a team and we all want to have fun and we all love helping out and we all care about making money and we all be real and we're all
Hmm.
transparent with one another. So what I would do is I'd start the conversation with Noelle. Hey, Noelle, you're a smart lady. I'm guessing you could get a job making the same money, maybe more money tomorrow, anywhere. My understanding is you're here because you want to be a part of a team that has fun and makes money and is real. And I'm using my core values, of course. You all would have
Right.
this conversation with yours. Is that still the case? Is that why you're here? And she might go, no, I'm really just here for the money. That's a perfect opportunity to go, well, it doesn't matter how much training I'm doing. This may not be a fit. Well, Noel, you deserve to be in a place where you do fit in and like you're with your people. And if this isn't it, let's find you that home, right? I'm not going to try and, you know, force her into my
Yeah.
little mold. That's just not who she is, right? Like we never force our core values on people. We find people that already share those core values. They're already out there having fun, making money, and they're like, hey, would you like to do that here? And like, oh, you have a whole community of people that I would love to be a part of that. That's one of the things about the event. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't have to tell you we're gonna have fun and we're gonna like it was just that was just the water. And even if I wasn't there, the other people, because we all share values, were like that.
Yeah.
And hopefully you got lots of value from that end. But you're like, I enjoyed the people and the experience because there were shared values, right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
could tell all the members and all of our team that were at the meeting, like everyone act like this when I'm going. Like, that's just who they have to be. So first and foremost, we want to make sure we do share those values. Now, we all make mistakes. Maybe Noelle does share those values, but she's having something's going on in her world, or she was just something wrong, it went wrong,
Hmm.
right? So we talk to her. And so I start with a conversation with, you're here because of that, right? It's not just the money. And if it is just the money or she doesn't align with the core values, it's a perfect time to part friends. If she's like, no, that is why I'm here. Awesome. Let's just talk through. I had a call from Jane and she was unhappy. I just want to get to the bottom and figure out what's going on. So the big energy is curious, not judgmental. So the first
Okay.
energy I did was judgmental. Noelle, you did this and you did that. And Jane said that. And you needed to. Very few people are going to respond well to that. But when I'm just curious, Jane called and you're amazing, Noelle. I'm kind of surprised that I got a call. I was shocked. I just want to hear what's going on. Walk me through. Jane said, well, we're like, we're not going to kind of get into that. We're just going to go, I know. I just want to start at the values. So I got to tell you, when Jane called for me, not super fun. I love talking to you, Noelle. This conversation, not my favorite. Not as much fun as most of ours. How about
Yeah.
you? And Noelle's probably going to go, yeah, this isn't fun for me either. Okay. So far we're not working on that end. How about make money? Say Jane's high and lies and whatever. Got it. Whatever. Not here to argue with that. But do you think you'll make more money and the company will make more money if Jane's happy or Jane's frustrated? So see, I'm not judging you. We're just using the
Right.
values that you said that you abide by or that are important to you. And then what about having fun, make money? Be real. I love you. I'm not mad at you, but I want Jane to be real. She's not happy. She should be able to tell us. And I'll be honest with you. I love you and I want you to be a part of the team, but I can't have you losing clients or pissed off clients. Where do you think we should, what do you talk to me? What do you think the best step forward? And I just go core value by core value, not in a judgment, just you tell me. And the cool thing is and again, if you're not a core values match, there's nothing I can do to make you behave, so to speak. But if you are a core values match and I just create the space for you to go, yeah, I do want to make money. And that is right. And then, because if I tell you, me and Jane decided you suck at your job, you're probably not going to sign off on that. But if I just create the space for you to go, I don't suck at my job, but I didn't treat Jane the way that I want to, not the way Mike tells me, but internally, who Noelle thinks
Yeah.
how she thinks she should show up, she didn't. And I don't like that. That's not who I am. And it's okay if I make a mistake and I might make a mistake again, but overall, that's not who I want to be. So does that make sense in terms of we are going to come at it with your values and I'm advocating for you and the internal pressure? Noelle goes, I didn't show up the way I want to show up. You change like that with no effort on my part. When I go, you didn't show up the way Jane and I wanted you to show up, I push, you push back. I push harder, you push harder. And maybe as long as I'm stronger than you, do exactly what I want as long as I'm watching you every second. And as soon as I sneeze, you're doing crazy crap.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a big long rant. Talk to me, give me some feedback, questions.
No, I get that. I think bringing it back to the core values kind of sticks with fact and takes all the feeling out of it. Like you said, keeps the drama out of it. Like, well, Jane said, no, let's go back. That's the whole reason why you even have this job. Like you said, go back to the core values. I think it just gives a focus, and that's probably what it just needs to come down to. I mean, you're right. Like doubling down on procedures and handbooks and SOPs aren't going to fix the problem if those core values aren't there or if they're broken.
And the cool thing is when the core values are there, You don't even need them. Because again, if I
Yeah.
don't know what I'm doing, but I'm like, well, I can't leave Jane's house like this. This is a mess. I'm going to ask my
Hmm.
partner. I'm going to figure something out
Yeah.
because I give a crap. So it's just a paradox. The core values match need the least training, and the people that you give the most training to, you might as well just save your breath because they're going to pay
Yeah.
attention anyway. Like again, if my 10-year-old just understood how annoying him screaming with his friends are, he would change his behavior. Like, no, because his values are we're going to be
Have
crazy and have
fun,
fun.
be
And I'm
wild.
10. Yeah, which is great. Again, I'm old man. I'm the pain in the neck. He's the good guy in the situation, but we laugh when I go, if I could just explain to my 10-year-old, he would modify his behavior. And everyone goes, you're being silly. Obviously, we go, but adults are completely different. Like, oh yeah, I guess explaining to them why they're terrible. I always like doing marriage because we all know married
Yes.
people or have been a married person. If I just explained to my wife how wrong she is, she would be like, thank you, honey. I appreciate.
So glad you pointed that out.
Yeah, yeah. I'm so glad. Well, hold on. Let me write this down. I want to get. Can I record? Can I really want to take some like.
I want to change for you.
Single people are like, oh, wait, that's not how it works. And married people are like, oh, boy. Okay. So, any other questions, feedback, thoughts that we can add value before we wrap it?
Maybe just touching on, so I think I understand the core values. Like if they have all those core values, but they just move slow. And cleaning is not a slow thing. We need to move fast.
Why don't we do a real role play? So,
Okay.
you'll be, I forget who you are. You're the
Slow
employee
Sally.
that,
I'm
yeah,
slow Sally.
slow Sal. Thanks. See, I'm not that smart to come up with the alliteration. The only thing you'll have to pretend is we have had a conversation when you started and you've agreed, yes, I share those values. So if we don't have that, obviously, or even if we don't, you'll say no and then we'll part friends. Okay.
Okay.
So you're super slow. So I don't have any problems. So we're switching. The cool thing is you're like, got it. The core values work for when they're complacent. How would that work when they're slow? And I'm going to do the exact same thing. You're like, holy heck, it works for all of it. So
Okay.
you be slow, Sally, but
Okay.
you at least believe or share ideally that you having fun is a value for you, making money, being real, helping out.
Got
You've
it.
at least said it out loud to other humans and we've believed you enough to hire you. Okay.
Yes.
All
Okay.
right. So, and if this is just for a little context for the audience, if this is like a less than a 5 out of 10 in terms of pain, I would probably wait and like she's not that slow, just something that she could do a little better on. This would happen in the context of a quarterly review. If it's like an 8 and she's really slow and she's killing me, then this would happen in a like just whenever it happens. I'm not going to wait. So we'll make it hard on me and assume this is an 8. The goal isn't for us to have this conversation. You know what's happening. So let's just pretend we just had our weekly meeting. You showed up great because you're amazing. You're just a little slow. And I accidentally kind of run into you afterwards and we're hanging out and everyone's kind of talked and we've got a little 5 minutes together. So is that a fair kind of like,
That's
okay,
perfect.
I can see that working. All right. So, hey, so glad to catch up, Noel. I feel like we haven't chatted in a minute. How's things in your world?
Oh, really good. Really good. Going good.
Awesome. Can I ask a big fat favor from you?
I guess.
That sounds like a no. I've been married long enough to know that's a no. I promise it won't hurt. And I'm
Sure.
not trying to borrow money.
I
Okay.
can't work tonight.
Wait, hold on. I can ask a different favor.
Sure.
So, I try to, just like we talked about the meeting, I try to always be real. So I'm going to be real. I love having you on the team. And overwhelmingly from the team, from everybody, we just get positive feedback. So first of all, I want to look you right in the eyeballs and say thank you for just being great. Like I enjoyed having you. Everyone loves you. So thank you. That's not the favor. That's just wanting you to know where we are. The favor is, can I be real on one small thing that could be a big thing that I don't think is serving you or our clients or even the team?
Yes.
Yay, Noel. Thank you. See, and you don't even have to work tonight. I just noticed, well, and we can talk about this in your review, but it's pretty obvious. You do a great job, but whatever job you're on seems to take like 50% longer than the other cleaners do. And I know you're not lazy and you're a healthy young lady. So I just want to understand, because, for making money, obviously it's not great for us. Short term, it's not going to make a big difference, but long term, obviously that's not going to be great for you. So how can I best support you? Why do you think that is? Walk me through it.
I try to do a good job. I mean,
You do a great job.
I'm doing everything that you asked me to do. I'm just, it takes me a little bit longer than everybody else.
So I'm getting a little bit of defensiveness, Noel. Am I making stuff up or am I hearing you?
No, I mean, I know I take longer, but don't you want me to do a good job?
Well, I want you to be real. and we're being real, and I'm a little sad because I'm being real with you and I feel like you're getting angry. And I did ask you if I could be real, and you said yes. Two, one of the core values. So believe it or not, one of our core values is not do a good job. Obviously, if you don't do a good job, we won't make any money. But guess what? If you take twice as long as the other cleaners, we also won't make any money. So what do you think
Well,
to
I
make
don't
sure
want to skip anything.
I know, but if the other cleaners don't skip anything and they do a good job, and half the time it's possible.
I can try. I can try to move faster.
So I'm not trying to make you do anything, Noel. I'm just telling you the company's not going to make money. It's also for have fun. It's not fun for the other team because now they take longer and they want to get going on with the jobs. With the Be Real, we told you how long jobs should take, and you said you'd be able to do that. And if you're 5-10% slower, I get it. Some people are a little faster, a little slower, but we're talking like 30, 40, 50%, girlfriend. So it's certainly not fun for the other cleaners. I promise you this, especially got a little bit angry with me. So this conversation isn't super fun. But it's just not serving any of us for making money. And I'm here to support you. Again, if you were lazy or I thought you were trying to screw us somehow, I'd tell you, we just part ways. I don't think that's the case at all. Maybe you need a little support. I don't know. I get it. Still being real. I'm a little concerned. Instead of curiosity, which is what I'd hoped you'd say, hey, tell me, how are they doing it? I'm a smart gal. I'm not lazy. If they're doing it, I can do it. Can you show me? That's someone that's being real, helping out, wants to make money. What do you think when someone says, even though other people are doing it faster, I'm going as fast as I can? Do you think that's the best way to make money, have fun, be real, or help out?
No, I guess I need to look at myself a little better. I think maybe I come to work sometimes not with my best attitude.
No, well, I got to be honest. That's a hard thing to say. The fact that you said it, that was the most real thing you said. I really appreciate that. How can I support you to feel great and come with a great attitude and feel good when you're here?
Maybe I need to cut down on my shifts so I have more energy.
So then we continue having that conversation. So what happened in the role play was, and you did great. You were pissy right off the bat because I was super sweet
It's
and
so
you didn't fall for it at
relatable.
all. You were still like, I'm going to kick you right in the soft bits. I don't care how nice you've been. And I followed the core values. I was real and said, hey, Noel, sounds like you're being a little defensive. And I wasn't trying to be judgmental or make you feel bad, but I was being sweet. I asked if I could be real. You gave me permission. You kind of acted a little defensive. Not you, but
Right.
sorry. Slow Sally got a little defensive on me. Yeah, Noelle's great. This Sally chick, she's got to go. And the cool thing is because, again, I was worried the way you showed up, you didn't have those core values. And I was ready to be like, hey, maybe this isn't a fit. But when I gave you enough space, you decided, and I could see the moment when Slow Sally went, maybe I'm not showing up my best way. It's like, great. And when you decided it's a problem, then it's a problem we can fix. That's why I wouldn't push you and go, you got to go faster. I just got curious. Well, other people help me understand. What do you think? I was forcing you to have to defend your behavior or just defy the laws of reality and go, yes, everyone else has some magic thing that I don't have and it's reasonable. And like, when I just left you space, like answer the question, tell me more. You had to either say something crazy or own it. And And the cool thing is if you said something crazy, it's easy to go, I think this is where we part friends. And when you owned it, it was easy for me to give you lots of love because you did a hard thing and said, yeah, maybe I don't come with my best self. So I gave you lots of love. I encourage that behavior. Sorry, talking too much. How did that feel from Slow Sally's point?
I think that's what Slow Sally needs. I think I have a few Slow Sallys and I think they just need to be heard and they need to just flip it and reflect on themselves. And I mean, like I said, I'm at that point where the conversation needs to be had, but I'm not at the point where I don't believe they don't have it in them. Like, I think I believe in that people
do it for sure.
Well, the cool thing about the conversation we just had could have gone either way, but do you see how I was, I don't want to say pushing it, but I was creating a space where you had to pick a side. You had to either own it or go, screw you, old man. This is never going to work. Like you couldn't, you kept trying to be neutral. And I'm like, then let's follow your premise. Let's keep going where that ends. And it ended with you going, you're right. I'm not showing up as my best space.
Yeah.
So the cool thing is when you have those conversations and you're like, I'm to the point now where I'm concerned, but I don't think they're irredeemable or can't be fixed. We'll have that conversation and you will be clearly on they'll force you
right. So a decision, because a decision needs to be made, but I feel like they will almost make that decision. Either you're going to step up and reflect on your own self, or you're just going to decide, yeah, this isn't for me. And that's fine with me, because I can't keep you on my team if that's what's going to keep happening. But if you're willing to give it more effort, 100%, I'll keep you on the team.
Yeah. And if they keep trying and they struggle and they need more coaching, like help me. Because then again, I told her, here's the behavior I wanted. Curiosity, other people are doing it. I can do it. How can I do it? And here's the behavior we don't want.
Yep.
It's no good, blah, 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 blah. So I kind of even gave her the answers. And if she does the behavior we want, we encourage it. And if she does the behavior that isn't working right after we talk to her, we part friends. Cool thing is, even if Slow Sally, we just had that conversation and it ended well, and you came to your own realization, there's still a 30% chance she's not willing to do whatever changes she needs to make. And people are like, well, how do I have to do a written warning or do some sort of write up thing, or how does that all work? The cool thing is they self-select out. So either rarely do I have to have this conversation. I can't remember in decades of having these conversations with team members, having it twice. So one, when she shows up, either she'll show up poorly and we'll know she's not a fit, problem solved. Two, she'll show up well and we'll kind of be good to go. And then she'll either do it, problem solved, or she won't. And you're like, oh, do I have to keep going back? She'll usually self-unselect at that point because we had that conversation. She said she'd do better. She wants to do better. And then when she realizes she can't, she'll just be like, this, I don't want to play anymore.
Yeah, this isn't for me.
Yeah. They kind of self-select out, which is fantastic. So it's, even when it doesn't work out exactly the way you hope, this really sets you up for a great space. And then when other people see what's going on, there's no gossip. There's no, oh, Noel doesn't like Sally. There's just she followed the core values. We all want the same thing. And Noel was just holding the standard that we all share.
It's very good. Yeah. Right. I think that kind of sums it all up with the complacent cleaners.
Well, Noel, let us know how the conversations goes. Appreciate the heck out of you, Clean Nation. Thanks for hanging. Go get to work. Talk soon. See you.